I'm building a homestead and we're about 6-ish months in. And let me tell you, there are some things that I wish I knew. And now that I'm on the other side, I wish I knew these things so I could have done them differently to make this process more streamlined. So I'm going to share with you today what I wish I knew and how I would do it differently. Hi, I'm Katie, and if you've always dreamed about buying a plot of land and building a home and turning it into a sustainable homestead, then this channel is for you, especially if you're a homemaker or stay-at-home mom, because I will go over all of this and more. So to just jump right in, I want to talk about where we are in the building process. And this is just going to be a high-level summary of where we are in the building process. If you are interested in having more of an in-depth walkthrough, I will put links below for that. You can watch the walk-along series, which goes step by step each month where we are, so be sure to check that out if you're interested. But essentially, we've been doing this for about 6-ish months, and why I say ish, I'll talk more about in a minute. But we have accomplished putting the well in. Our driveway is almost complete. We've ordered things like the trusses and the windows that take a long lead time. But the thing is, we haven't broke ground yet. Now, for years, my husband and I actually had a different house plan in mind, and we also wanted property that had over 5 acres. And the reason behind that is because we were hoping to get the homestead exemption tax break. It just makes sense. We're building a homestead, might as well have the acreage that we need to be able to qualify for that tax break. But God had other plans for us. Our in-laws had a plot of land that was available to me and my husband, so we decided to build on that. Now, this plot of land was smaller and not the 5 acres that we were originally hoping for. So in the decision-making process of what we were going to do, we decided that we should definitely take advantage of this opportunity before us and kind of, in a way, give back. Give back in a way that my husband and I, have been so blessed. Like right now, we are renting the house that my meme and Pepe built. So the idea was maybe we should hold off on building our dream home that we already had plans for and create a new set of plans for a smaller house and live in that for a little bit. And then after so much time passes, maybe between like the 5 and 10 year mark, build our dream home on a larger acreage of land and then rent out the house down the road to whoever, but then also like when our future kids come. But all of that is important, and why I said it was because all of this was decided on during the summer of 24. Now, at that point, from the summer when that decision was made to the end of the year, we were working on our house plans, the new updated ones for the smaller square footage house. And we were doing it kind of casually. It wasn't like we need to get this done now, because we were anticipating building in the year 2025. So that's why I say it's like 6 months, because we started the building process at the beginning of 2025, but really it's actually been almost closer to a year, but half of it wasn't really done in the rushed, this needs to get done now kind of way. It was, like I said, much more casual. If I were to do it over, I definitely would have started this process way sooner, because like I said, we haven't even broke ground yet, and we are midway through the year. So the reason why it's taking so long is because there is a lot of planning involved. There's a lot of waiting for the approvals. There's a lot of filing for different things for the approvals. You need to have the well in. You need to get quotes. You need to find contractors. Like, there's a lot of planning that goes into building a house. And if you hire a GC, part of this is kind of taken away because they already know who they're going to sub for the different trades. They already have their people. But for us, where we're starting from scratch and we want to get the best bang for our buck, if that makes any sense, we have to do all this research ourselves. So it takes time doing all this, and it takes time to file for the permits, and it takes time for them to get approved. So if we were on top of things or knew what to expect, we would have done a lot more planning at the end of 2024 to better ourselves to hit the ground running for 2025. The big ticket item being the builder's permit, because we cannot officially move forward with the building process without that. It should take 30 days or under 30 days to either get approved or declined. At least this is what it is in Massachusetts. I'm not sure about other states, but our town went over the 30-day mark, and actually, like, I would say an hour before recording this video, we did get the good news that we were approved, but there was a while where we were kind of in the dark. We didn't know, okay, like, it's past the 30 days. Now what? So we've been definitely waiting and having to push back the contractors because we've been waiting to get this approval. But if we would have known, that would have been something that I would have liked to do a lot sooner in the year or at the end of the year to be able to really get the ball rolling and start this process. So if I were to do it over, I would have definitely aimed to have the well in by October. So that way during the colder months, the planning, the prep, the waiting for approvals could have been going on. And that would have been nice for them too, I'm sure, because this is everyone's busy season. Now this is when people start building and doing things. So it's been crazy busy for everyone. It would have just been a lot more efficient with the time had we known that that's what we needed to do. So there you have it. Do as much as you can at the end of the year. If it lines up that way, that is what I would have done differently. Shoot for having the well in by October, we'll say. Maybe file the permit for around like January, February. It would have just made things so much easier, but it's a lesson learned. And I hope if you are in that boat where you're building, especially weather pending, because being in New England, we do get snow. So the more we get pushed out for building the house, the more it gets pushed out for the house when it's complete. And I don't know about you, but I'd rather have certain things done, like the painting, when I can open up the windows and not worry about the cold. But hopefully we won't have to deal with that, because like I said, as of now, we do have our builder's permit, so we will be moving as fast as we can in this process. But that is all I have for you today. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have anything that you wish you did differently in your house build, drop it in the comments. I would love to hear it. But until next time, I will see you then. Bye.